Hi all, this is Lynn back with Paper Life, and we are going to be decorating our inserts for our traveler's journal. I don't quite know what I am planning on doing, but we will see, I guess, once we get that far. Let's see. I already put those on, put a little bit of lace distressed around there. I'm going to grab some more Fabri-Tac. My lace didn't take all the way to the edges. Now I know I want to sew all the way around these covers of our little inserts here. So that'll be a little decoration there. And because I cut this one a little short, I'm just going to go through and snip these. So maybe that's why I didn't have glue all the way to the edge. I don't know, why didn't you guys remind me? You know I can't be trusted to remember my own stuff. Alright. Grab a piece of our wax paper. As you can tell, since I just hit the camera again, I haven't moved it yet. I'm going to set this to the side. Let's see, this is our yearly. I'll come back to that. I want to find so I'm going to try not to hit you guys again. We'll see how well that works. I printed a couple of the Just Image pages that were in here. Again, I'm working with the Wildflower Traveler's Journal insert I have. Hopefully I will remember to link that. But you can use anything you want in here. You don't have to be using this kit. You can use just, you know, paper. You can use another kit. You can use scrapbook paper. Whatever your heart so desires. These are 6 3/4 wide or tall. So I'm going to cut this to 6 3/4. Like so. Let's see. Let's fold this in half. Now what I want to do is I want to tear part of this because I'm going to put it in the little note-taking, list-taking, whatever you want to consider it, page in here to make kind of 2 side pockets. And what I don't know, let's, instead of cutting it, let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Instead of folding it in half, sorry, my voice is trying to give out on me. We have allergies in full effect here. I don't know why I cut that, but I'm not going to cut this side because that's going to be a waste of time. What I want to try to do is tear this not straight. I wanted it kind of jagged. There we go. I'm going to set that one to the side. Come here, you little piece of paper. There we go. I want to fold this piece in half. Excuse my reach. Like I said, I haven't moved the camera or the lighting yet, and I probably should have before I did this video. Alright. I'm trying to decide what color ink I want to distress this with. And I'm kind of leaning towards Vintage Photo. Why not? I find a lot of times if I'm doing real light or real vibrant colors, a darker color really kind of goes well in there. It just kind of sets off all the other colors. Alright, I'm just gonna de-stress this side over here, even though it's not gonna hopefully be seen a whole lot, just so if it happens to be, you don't have that super bright. However, I'm not really worried about how great I do this side. Okay, now let's add a little bit in here. Why not? Obviously, I didn't fold a very straight line. I can see a little bit on the other side. And I want to find in here one of my blank pages that don't have any lines. Well, I have my choice of the middle or all the way at the end. I think I want the middle. Now my thoughts are, I'm not going to worry about sewing along this jagged edge. I'm just going to sew at the top and bottom. That's my thought, at least. So for right now, I'm just going to take some Fabri-Tac. Grab some wax paper so I don't get it all over the place. Run a bead on both sides. Now hopefully oh, you know what I should do? I should run a bead down the middle too. Why not? And I'm trying to make sure that I get it nice and pressed down to this paper behind it, so that when it folds I don't have a big gap. There we go. So it folds nicely like that. Before this video is over, I'm going to end up hitting you guys again. There's already been another 2 times that if I didn't hit you, I came really close to it. Alright, when I cut my inside one, I must have been off a little bit, or my booklet's off a little bit. One of the two. Or I'm off. So, we have just a little bit hanging out. I'm just going to give that a little trim to get that off of there. And a little bit on this side. So there we go. Now what we'll be able to do is just kind of slip little pieces of paper in there, depending on what we use this book for. Oh, but my book, I went around the edges with kind of that pink color. So all I want to do is hit the outside again with that pink. My page is upside down. But yeah, there we go. There's a little pocket in there in the middle. Shall we add some lace or something pretty? Maybe a little bit of a pocket or something would be nice on here. Just so we can slip in little pieces of paper. Let's see. What do I have? Do I have anything good that's been printed already. Listen to the silence. That is me not talking. Not seeing anything in there that I love, that I can't do without. Let's see. I have a piece of just some coffee stained paper. And what I'm thinking about doing, maybe, I'm thinking about doing like a two-sided something bob. A something bob. Alright. Just commit. Out of my way. Get out of my way. I don't know, somewhere in that room. Go. I can use that for something else later. So my thoughts are that that can go in there like that. I need to trim some of this off. I'm not really worrying about measuring anything. I almost hit you again. I say that and then I'm going to measure. But I do want this part actually lining up because you're going to see this. Okay, I'm not really measuring. I'm just holding my ruler straight. I really need to change out my blade on here because it's not wanting to cut very good. Okay, so my idea is if I kind of decorate up both those sides, we'll have either a pocket here if I glue both of these and then the top would be open, or we could do a tuck, kind of the same thing on that side. Let's see, I'm going to grab out all this stuff again. See what we have that we can make it pretty full with. Alright, grab some options. I don't think I want this on the outside. We already have flowers on the outside. So maybe on the inside right here. I wish I had some book pages. That's what I wish I had at the moment. And I'm digging for some lace. I'm a digging. Maybe that, like that. Oh, if I don't glue this all the way down, I can use it as another little pocket or tuck. Alright, so let's see. Try to eyeball that, which is not going to work knowing me, because I can't cut straight. Let's distress it. Let's see, we did purple there and blue here. Let's do the blue so it can kind of play off of that side. And bring some color into it, since this is a little brown, I guess. I don't want to say flat, it's just not as vibrant as some of the other pages. What I need before we do another video is to bring out some book pages. I love using book pages. I want to keep this book a little on the flatter side. I don't want it to be, you know, a lot of real tall ephemera and stuff like that. And my thinking behind it is I don't want this to become real bulky. I threw my baby wipe away. So let's distress around here. I'm thinking with this pink. Yeah, I figure it'll go nice with the purple, but won't be exactly the same. Is at least my hopes anyways. I feel like this is probably like watching paint dry for you guys. Like seriously, we have to sit here and watch her distress again. Sorry. I feel like that's the story of our lives. Everybody that does junk journals, well, I shouldn't say everybody. There might be people that don't. I feel like I at least spend more time distressing than anything else. I should do this just in case it shows. Alright. Now that I've distressed all that, I'm going to come back in and snip my corner. Alright, already, let's move on. Okay. Let's see, I said I didn't want to glue this completely down on that piece of paper, because I want to be able to create like a little tuck spot underneath it. Honestly, when I'm doing these, I always try to add a bunch of tucks, a bunch of pockets and stuff like that, especially if they're kind of hidden, because then you don't have to use them. Sorry, I'm probably not on camera with that. So even on this, I'm only going to glue 3 sides. I mean, even if I don't use them, or I just stick something in there and make it pretty but don't write on it, I just like having more than what I need than not having enough. I'm afraid I'm going to run out of pockets. That's a thing, or at least I hear that's a thing. I'm just going to try to carefully trim that lace right there. Okay, so I'm going to set this to the side and let this dry. Let's see, since I did that pink, I don't really want to use pink again. Maybe some teal up in here. Maybe not. Maybe not, just joking. Now that I said I needed book pages, I feel like I really need book pages. So that will go like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and bring it all the way to the edge and trim it there. Alright, I'm debating, do I want to trim, not stick my finger in that, do I want to trim that like there, bring this lace all the way over, but I'll kind of do a staggered stair step type look? I don't know. But see, this gives us another little spot there. And if you don't use it, nobody would notice that it's there. Alright guys, I'm going to pause you for a second and grab some book pages. I can't stand it anymore. Okay, I got book pages. I'm happy now. So, why don't we... I can't help it. I like book pages. I mean, I have way too many of them anyways. This allows me to just kind of add some layers. Nope, something just fell behind me. Alright, let's... See, I'm distressing with all these different colors. In the same area, and I feel like I shouldn't have done that as much. Because now I have to try to figure out what color goes with what. Sorry, let me get that out of your way so I'm not constantly reaching in front of you. So I'm thinking run this kind of up like that, maybe. Alright, created a complete mess over here. Like, I have this little tiny work area. This is going to be my back, so I'm not really worried about having it well covered. But I don't want my book page, since this was a new book, super white like that, so I'm just spreading some of it across. And I don't love those pinks together like that, now that it's a lot more of it. So I'm just going to come in with Vintage Photo. And even though the pink will still show, it'll just kind of change the tone, I guess. I don't know. I'm thinking that's going to have to be good enough. At the end of the day, why drive ourselves crazy? Why drive ourselves crazy? I just kind of want it to have different shapes and kind of have a unique look to it, I guess. I probably should have used something like glue stick for this instead of the Fabri-Tac, but yeah, where's the fun in that? That's kind of like so. Remind me not to use that one till that dries. So now what I want to do, so I can see where I'm working, is I'm just going to flip it over. And try to follow where that one's cut at. Like so-ish. Alright. I think I've decided that I do want to go ahead and cut part of that off right there. Oh, if I do that, it's going to mess up where I glued that at. I don't know what I want to do. I could always fix where I sewed that at, or glued that at. Now what I'm thinking I want to do is, I believe I want to take this to my sewing machine, and I'm going to sew around 3 sides of this little doodad there. Let me put in a little more glue. To fix where I cut that off at. So what I'll end up doing is sewing around 3 sides of it. Then I will glue it down. I may end up stitching around the book page. I'm not sure about that yet. But I'll glue it down, and then I'll sew around all of it. Just because I feel like it needs something. I feel like it needs some character, something. So that's what I'll do on that. I'm just going to move this down to the bottom so that I can paper clip it and maybe remember what I'm going to do there. So let's see where we're at. This will get glued on there, well, sewn around, and then we have this side. Alright, I'm going to try something with you guys that I have been wanting to do, but have been, I guess, kind of avoiding it. Haven't done it yet. I am going to attempt to do, I've heard them, I just hate you again. I've heard them called different things. I'm going to call them a Frankenstein page. Just kind of layering stuff up. I grabbed some of the fabric that I used for the cover. Wait, now that I said that, is that going to be way too busy on here? Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I love that idea. I think it would be too much. So, okay, I'm not going to do a Frankenstein page. I will figure out a way to put a Frankenstein page in here, though, somewhere. What if I'm kind of thinking maybe just use a book page there, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to cover up a lot of that. Alright, I changed my mind. I changed my mind. Ah! Alright. Let's see about my other signatures. Or my other little booklets. Or I guess I could just only use one side of it. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm about to just go with only using one side of it. See, I can't put that there, or I don't want to put that there. Yeah, I'm going to go with just using one side of it. Because I don't know why, but that's why. Because I can't make up my mind, so I'm only going to use one side. One side it is. So that will get put there. I'm going to paper clip this at the bottom, so maybe I'll remember. Maybe. I don't know, I might leave that at the bottom. We'll see what I do when I sew it. Alright, so I put that there. Let's do one more pocket and then we'll call this video done. Yeah, I want to do a Frankenstein page to go in here, but it would probably be better to wait until I have more scraps to use. I want to use that fabric. I also really want to clean up my mess. Oh, my computer's making noises. Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this paper to back my fabric so that it gives it a little extra strength. No measuring, because measuring's no fun at all. I just want to give that a straight edge. Let's see. Maybe right about there. Maybe right about there. Maybe if it doesn't decide to move. Yeah, I figure here, probably after I make some pockets and stuff like that, I'm going to potentially do a lot of stamping in this book, just to give it some character without bulking it up. I just hit you guys again. Alright. So I have a piece of the fabric that I've torn. I I want to tear some off the edge. Usually when you get into trying to just tear off a little piece, it gives you a lot more problems. I don't know where I put my glue stick. So we're just going to go with another one. Or it could even be the same one. I don't know. I want to glue my papers down and get glue all over my board. I'm going to get glue all over it again. And a big old wad of it right in the corner, because that's not helpful. I'm trying to put this on so that my little frayed edges stick over the paper, but I still have the paper back there to add a little strength to it, because nobody wants a pocket that falls apart, right? Alright, so you all guessed it, I'm going to sew across here as well. Maybe if I can cut this fabric. So that will go there in that corner. I want to add these little sayings in here as well, but I haven't figured out which one I'm going to use for the cover, so that's why I haven't put them in there yet. So that can go there. This will go here. It may end up getting more added to it. It may not get more added to it. See, if I put this here, like so, I can tuck pages in there. Which one is this? Alright, this is just a note one, so that would probably be a good idea. To put that like that, that like that. However, I want to add some lace across the top. Nope, not filling that color. Alright, well the white's going to work, but let's see if we got something we like better. I already did the pink. I got some yellow. Now the problem with this is it's going to be really big. Let's see. Got some purple, but I don't feel like that goes very well. Got some brown. I think I like the brown. Okay. We're rocking the brown. Alright, I'm going to glue this on here and then I'm going to let you guys go. And I'm going to run a little more glue. Just because I'm going to do that tuck, I want to make sure that this is down so that things aren't getting caught in here. How about we do the vintage photo again? And you guessed it, the edge right here I'm going to sew. So this isn't going to get glued down yet. Alright guys, while I'm distressing this, I hope everybody has a great day. Enjoy. I will see you all back here at a later point after I get done maybe figuring out this camera setup. Goodness. Like I said, there's a lot of little things I want to do in here. Some things I want to experiment with. So hopefully I will see you back here and we can try some different things. See how bad I can mess it up. Yeah, I decided I want some lace across the top. Go figure, I changed my mind. Alright, I hope you guys all have a great day, and I'll talk to everybody soon.